Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Sharoja B, the Celebrity Buzz commentator, and I'm just bringing you this video here. Not too much about anything, just going to be simple and basic and all in one. I usually try to upload multiple videos and try to keep the videos as short as possible. But since I have a lot going on right now, my baby has been sick. Um, so this video is pretty much going to be the natural bare essentials video, and just going to go ahead and do what I need to do, tell you guys what I need to tell you all, and we're just gonna stop right there. How does that sound? So as you can see, I am natural today, no makeup or anything, got my hair pulled up. Um, so I just want to do this video just to talk about the year 2014. As you all know, we are at the end of our rope for 2014, and just want to share some things with you about 2014, some things that has happened in the industry, some things that was big, some things that was not so big, and some things that was shocking, and some things that was just good to know. So before I get started, just sharing some things, and I don't have anything just prepared. There's just some things I just want to talk about, just more of an intimate and more personalized video for you guys here. So just to let you guys know that I did have a wonderful Christmas with my family. We didn't do much over the last few years. We really haven't been doing anything big as cooking a large meal, or a lot of food and all the bells and whistles and things like that. I mean, it has been years since I even put up a Christmas tree. But I do have children and things of that nature, but they're getting older. But I do also have a young, smaller children that still very much look forward to the Christmas holidays, and look forward to those gifts. But the older children not so much. They're into the money now and the larger gifts, so it's not as relevant for those older children now. But in all, I did have a good time for Christmas. What did we eat for Christmas? I think we had, I don't even know. That's something I can't even remember what we had for Christmas. Well, we had something, wasn't nothing big. Oh, I do know. We had pasta. That's right. I had made some turkey pasta with some feta cheese inside, and pretty much it. Simple, and ate that, and that was it. So, Christmas not too much. A lot of people put the emphasis on the Christmas as this big holiday of gift giving and receiving gifts and eating food, but also still losing sight of really what the holiday is all about. I can pretty much imagine a lot of the houses out there that's cooking all those big feasts and giving all those extravagant and lavish gifts to their children and their families, and I can almost certain guarantee that a lot of people did not thank God for the most important gift of all, and that was the gift of Jesus Christ. That was Christmas is about, is celebrating the birth of Christ, the gift that God has bestowed upon us that we did not deserve, that we did not do anything to receive it, but yet He gave it to us and as a gift. He gave us Jesus Christ as a gift because He loves us, still loves us, and will continue to love us forever. From here into the next eternity, He will always He will always love us from here and until the next life. So, but I just always want people to remember the significance of what Christmas is all about. It's about Jesus. It's not about gifts. It's not about how large are the gifts. It's just about a gift of giving someone something that didn't deserve it. You know, we don't deserve it. I know we do things every single day that could potentially disappoint God, but yet He still loves us. But anyway, that's just my thing about Christmas. I always try to reverence Jesus Christ in Christmas and give Him thanks and thankful that He was born. So that's just that on Christmas. Now, what I want to say about 2014, man, in 2014, it was some crazy stuff. I mean, we had some shutdowns, some closures, some government officials, businesses and buildings has been shut down this year. I guess due to budget cuts and things of that nature and all kinds of things that's going on internally within the government, which caused some disruptions in services, which this 2014 that we experienced that shutdown will ultimately affect our 2015 tax year for as taxes for next year in January, February, March, and April. So anytime that they have all these disputes and things where they close down the government and have to sit some days out, it affects something in the long run. So that was a big thing that happened. It affected a lot of different offices and stuff like that. What else happened in 2014? Well, the one that's most recently that everybody been talking about and that's really getting out of hand is something that really touched home for me and everybody is the shooting of Michael Brown, the black unarmed teenager that was accused of stealing a cigarillo pack of cigarillos from the convenience store and was shot down in broad daylight by a police officer. Now, let's talk about this, guys, about this shooting of our black people. And I'm not racist, so I don't want anyone to take any offense to anything that I say. I'm just speaking facts, and that's what I do. I keep it real 100% and tell my opinion, and of course it's my opinion. Either you agree or you disagree, and it's not about white hating or racial hating or anything like that. This is about what has been happening to black Americans for a long time, way back since the slavery periods, where African Americans has been getting killed by Caucasian Americans. Now, just recently, why it has been moving up to the forefront over the last decade is because now we're supposed to be in an era where we're supposed to be past all that. You know, we're not supposed to be still dealing with slavery or not slavery, but racial issues among our communities and our society, because now us as black Americans, we supposed to have our freedom and we supposed to be treated as equal, but yet we are not treated as equal in some cases, because there's still individuals out there that do not feel that we are equal as them. And that's the sad part, is that those individuals that do not feel that us black is as equal as them is those same individuals that's in government positions and official positions and positions where we need them. And it's sad. You know, I think I read an article, and I can't remember where I read the article. I'll probably try to find it and link it below for you guys if you guys want to read that article. But it was a firefighter. He was a Caucasian American guy. He was an older gentleman that was a firefighter, and was saying that he pick and choose who he saves in a rescue mission. If it's an African American, he will not save them. I do not know what's going on there. Could you imagine, you know, your house or vehicle or anything of that nature is on fire and being dispatched to a Caucasian American firefighter to come out to assist you, and you do not get any help, or that you lose someone important to you, that is the problem that we all face right now. And anybody that's watching this video, guys, we really need to tighten up. I get so upset when I see things like this, is that people are killing each other. And that just the most biggest thing and the controversial thing that has happened this year and been happening over the last decade. Just now is getting national attention from the Trayvon Martin. That was a big thing this year with the Zimmerman case. That was found not guilty. The guy that was accused of killing the cop that was accused of killing Michael Brown, found not guilty. Then, to add insult to injury, another police officer has shot another African American 12-year-old, Tamir Rice. And I can go on and on and on about the number of kids and teenagers and black people that has been assaulted in some kind of way or murdered viciously or in cold blood by a law enforcement officer. And I'm just going to be one to say, not all law enforcement officers are the enemy or aiming at hate at the black community. I mean, President Obama, he is our president. He is a law enforcement official. So do you hate him? Of course not. You don't hate him. He's a law enforcement official. So you can't just go around broadcasting hate just because they wear a badge or they're responsible for the law or arrest or what have you. You have to throw your anger and your frustrations at the right individuals. Be upset, and that's totally fine to be upset, but be upset with the right people, and most importantly, do it in the right way, guys. You cannot be burning down and rioting and doing all these things. That does not say much about our character. We are all humans, period. Some of us can act like savages and like we're civilized, and that's what we have to change. We have to change that. My big old mug I got from Walmart. Trying to drink more water. But anyway, now let's talk about this. We all, and I include myself, just because we're humanity and we're a human species. But we all will point fingers at the law enforcement officers or officials because they did something so unethical. But we have individuals right in our own communities that's killing each other. For what? For nothing. Gangs and all that stuff. It's just so ridiculous and so childish and so uncivilized, and I just don't get it. I don't understand how people can just sit here and randomly just take other people's lives for no apparent reason. I don't get it. It hurts me to my core when I see things like that, and I get so upset and so frustrated with these people just to be killing people at random. I am all for protecting yourself, and you have a family. You have to defend your family as well as yourself, but do it in a civilized manner. Don't just point hate at people just to point hate. It's negative. We have to tighten up on that issue. We have to look at that thing as for what it is, as face value. It's not just the police officers that's out here hating and doing all these things that's uncivilized or acting immorally. It's not just them. It's other people that's doing some of those things too. It's just the fact that us as a community or a society, we need someone to blame. And majority of the time, and I'm just going to be real because it was mentioned about Al Sharpton that some people just want the media exposure and attention. and just the publicity and not really trying to fight for anything, really. You know, just trying to be on TV, just trying to get notoriety, and that's just a bad way to use the devastation in the emotional state of the community to try to gain something, to gain fame, to gain a following, to gain notoriety, or just have a hidden agenda for helping. And you know, we look at a lot of people out there that has done some things, whether it was political people or activists that gets out there and step in and help out these people in their time of need, these families that's losing these people, and they're stepping up and helping. But yet we cannot do anything but wonder, is all these people being legitimate? Is they really 100%, and can we take them as face value? You know, even some of these civilian individuals that just love to help out when tragedies strike, like Katrina, like the bombing over in Boston. You know, thousands of people assembled to come to these different places and help out. But you can't help but wonder, is it legitimate, or is there a hidden agenda? I question that. I question that. You know, we have to look at things. And I think another thing a lot of people do is looking for somewhere to place the blame. You know, looking for someone to take blame. Like a lot of these kids, and I'm not saying that it's right for a cop to just shoot someone that's unarmed. I have I have never been one to agree with just killing somebody at random. That is so far from my mind. But what I'm saying is, what are we doing to invoke these responses from these law enforcement officials? You have a lot of African American individuals out there that's in gangs and things of that nature. Do this with me. I want you to think about this. If you was a cop or you was a law enforcement official, that you work in some of these rugged areas and urbanized areas where you know that is run down. That area in your neighborhood right now, in your city, that nobody don't like to go to. That city where you see a lot of houses and apartments boarded up. That city that you go in, or that area of that city that's filthy and graffiti is present on almost all the buildings over there. Just put yourself in those officials' shoes. If you was an officer in those areas trying to make a living for your family, you have kids, how would you feel that you've been called out to go respond to a call with an African American that you don't know from Adam? You don't know who he is. You don't know if he a gang. Most of us in our mind, if you have good judgment, you already assume something about an individual already. 90% of us as a human being already meet somebody and assume something about them. So as a cop, you already trained with that sixth sense, or just to be protective, or just to, you know, see what the situation, assess first. You know, and if you're telling an individual, as a cop, you're a cop, and you're telling that individual to stop or put your hands up or what have you, and this person is resisting, you don't know what this person is. You don't know what he's going to do. You don't know what he's capable of. You just don't know. And if he's resisting and he's not surrendering, what do? Oh, okay. Well, I just keep asking him, put your hands up, get on the ground. Hey, get on the ground. It's better ways that he could have handled it. Maybe he could have tased him and he would have still been living. Maybe he could have shot him in the arm. You know, but I still don't think. Now check this out. if the cop was really just out to get black people, or just really had some kind of vendetta with this particular individual to just shoot and kill him, why didn't he need to do that in broad daylight in front of all these people? Come on now. If I really was intending to do something shady, would I need witnesses to witness that? Probably not. That's something that an individual would try to cover up. Now, like I said, I'm not saying the situation is right by any means. I'm not saying that just killing an unarmed person is right by any means. I'm just saying we just have to look at the facts, look at the situation, and really understand as human beings, what are we doing to provoke some of this stuff. Now, I'm not saying that some of these cops are just going rogue and they're not doing anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's look on both sides of this thing and see how both sides can come to terms with this situation. What are we doing to invoke them, and what are they doing or not doing to do their job properly when they're trying to make an arrest? We have to look at both sides. We need to really sit down and really weigh this thing, really voice our opinion about the situation, and we need to act like we are civilized when the police arrest us. Don't act like an animal. You know, you stop, you pull over. If you're being pulled over, if he tell you get on the ground, get on the ground. Don't be sitting there trying to tongue chatter and figure things out and all this stuff at the moment. Do what he say, get it over with, go on about your business. Now, unless you really feel like you feel threatened that this guy's going to take you off in the woods and kill you, then you run or what have you, and then you deal with it. But for the most part, if you know that this guy's a legitimized or really a peace officer or a law enforcement official, then you surrender. Go on about your business. Why do we have to sit there and conversate and make this whole shenanigans and this public display of activity about surrendering to the officer when we're being summoned or stopped or whatever? Just stop and go on with it. Be upset, but deal with it accordingly and appropriately. Everything has its time and its place. It is not time and place in the street. Okay, it's a lot of things that's going on in the streets. A lot of other kids still out there playing. Don't need to be no gunshots and all that stuff and all that shenanigans going on out there. That is a negative. We need to really tighten up on this. And I'm going to keep continually to talk about this thing, because it really hits home for me and it affects me. We have to do better. We have to do better as a society. We have to keep fighting for our rights, for equality, and civility. We have to petition, speak up, but do it right. Do it the right way. Do it the right way. You heard me. Do it the right way. Okay? Let's do it the right way, guys. And I'm pretty sure this is not going to be my last time talking about racial issues. I'm going to definitely continue to bring you coverage on these different issues. Now, also, just as always, it is always a tragedy just to know that families lost a loved one, especially a young child. So, we definitely want to always reverence those individuals and not lose sight of the main point, and the focus is the focus on the families of those lost ones. And I definitely want to always congratulate those individuals that step in to help out the families, and those philanthropists that actually fight for those same individuals and participate in these campaigns to get things changed, or get things done, to get funding raised for these foundations that's started up as a result of these tragedies and these loss of lives. So definitely big ups to a lot of different celebrities out there that has been stepping up and really giving back and reaching back to the community and helping out and reaching out to those families. Also, we did see in one of the award shows. I think it was the Soul Train Awards. I'm not mistaken. I can't remember which award show it was, but we did see Michael Brown parents did make an appearance at one of these shows, and so they really been getting a lot of support from around the country. So thank everybody that has been doing what they can to help out those families. But guys, just don't forget about all those other individuals that actually lost lives as well. So if you can, just reach out to those charities and help support those families, because I'm pretty sure they can use the support, as well as some of those funding for those projects can be going towards future campaigning activities for other families that may have been affected by some kind of loss of their child. Um, so yeah, definitely big ups to a lot of those people that has been helping out, and giving back. Also, what we have dealt with in 2014, besides a lot of deaths and tragedies, it's gonna always have tragedies that's affecting our nations and our country and the world all over. Also, one of the journalists, American journalists, was beheaded in another country, and the video sent back to the U.S. That was major. I was so sad just to know that people are doing their jobs and going different places and being murdered and slaughtered so viciously and violently. That had nothing to do with a war. Had nothing to do with the war. And it just so sad to know that that person would not be coming home back to his family, his mother, his wife, children, kids, whatever. It's sad. That was also one of the biggest things that went on in 2014, just to know that our journalist is going over there to work and not returning back. Um, it's just sad, man. These people just need to stop. They're getting on my nerves. I'm just gonna just put it out there, and not to be politically correct or anything like that. These people just need to stop and sit down somewhere and find some sit down. Really find some sit down somewhere. All this killing just getting on my nerves. It's so much other stuff out here we can be doing but killing. People just wake up and just want to kill people. I mean, they must have a boring life that only thing they wake up to do is just and think about and just kill people. They could be eating, they could be working, getting money, selling flowers, washing horses, making YouTube videos of doing nothing, of being an expert, going to school, having sex, something. It's so much other stuff out there they can be doing. Looking at themselves in the mirror, putting on makeup, dancing, making YouTube videos dancing, really cooking, learning how to cook, drinking water with a big straw, teaching classes, something. You get my point? Huh. You could be doing so much other stuff, man, than to just sit out here and wake up every day to go kill somebody. These people need help. God, they need help. Hey, we need to pray. Something. Anyway, that was something else that happened about the guy, the journalist got decapitated. Also, what happened this year? Robin Williams committed suicide. That was big. We definitely didn't see that coming. Definitely didn't see that coming. Robin Williams was a highly acclaimed actor and comedian. I mean, he been in the industry for so many years. I mean, doing so many great things. He was amazing. And just to know that he had some kind of depression or mental illness that kind of slipped through the cracks and went unnoticed, and he took his own life. I mean, so many celebrities and people, and I'm pretty sure it's individuals out there that's non-celebrities as well that's committing suicide. But we all think, what do these people do, these celebrities do to commit suicide? What is in their life that's so bad that makes them want to commit suicide? Really, I mean, we think because they have money that everything should be perfect. It doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have. That does not bring you happiness. Now, everybody always say money don't bring you happiness, but they don't really know the true meaning of why this statement is money don't buy happiness. Money don't buy happiness because you have to learn how to be content with what you have and learn how to accept what the situation is and learn how to rectify the situation if need be. So, for example, if you're a celebrity, you maybe having tax issues. Maybe you're having marital issues. Maybe you didn't get a part in a movie role or what have you. We do not know what their situation is, or why they committed suicide. We don't know. But I tell you what I do know, we are all human. And just because they're celebrities or whatever doesn't make them any less capable of committing suicide as a person that's just average and a non-celebrity. Everybody's capable of committing suicide and killing themselves. It's just such a shock when that person that we know on TV, we don't know them personally, but we think we know them because we done saw them or followed their career for so many years or supported their career. So we are disturbed by the actions that follow. Like, man, they killed themselves. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Drug overdose, suicide, whatever. We're grief stricken by that because we feel that they can't kill themselves. They're not depressed. They're not sad. They don't have problems because they're a celebrity. They have money. They got everything they want. They can go anywhere they want, do anything they want. There's nothing that's restricted from them. Only thing is restricted is the sky. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that's still buying their piece to Mars and all these other planets out there. So that was definitely a big hitter of 2014. Also, another celebrity life that was lost that was big in the industry was Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers was undergoing throat surgery and some complications through the throat surgery. Yeah, she just didn't pull through, and now she's deceased. So that was definitely one of the ones that was doing things in the fashion industry with Fashion Police. And Joan Rivers was actually a notable comedian that been doing comedy and stand up for a long time. So that was definitely another person in the celebrity industry that hit home. Um, Also in the celebrity industry, I mean, we can go on and on about Earl Hayes killed Stephanie Mosley, Young Bird, he beat his girlfriend Masika. What else? What was the football player name? Trying to think. What else went on in this? It's crazy. What do these people think? What do they think? What their mindset be like when they do some of these things? Why do people get upset with their girlfriends or their boyfriend and just kill them? Why do they do that? I don't know. if you with somebody and you want to leave them, let me talk about this one. If you want somebody and you want to leave them, and instead of leaving them, you kill them, I don't get that. I'm gonna kill them because I want to leave. I don't want to be with them, but I'm gonna kill them. So that's the best way to go. I mean, who really thinks like that? I mean, what they, you know, they got to be some kind of psychopath or have some kind of mental issues to think I'm gonna kill this person because I don't want to be with her, and I'm gonna get away with it, and then I'm gonna go be with my other person that I want to be with, and we're gonna ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after. Yeah, that's what I do. Not gonna work. And person gets caught cheating and kill the person that cheated on them and then kill themselves. Kill the person that cheated on them and then kill themselves. America, we gotta do better. Really, really. That's all I'm gonna say about that.